Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Jager and Fred, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your dog's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the correction and the motivations that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, and the only correction that we give is a tug and let go on his training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using, and you will be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now he's sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. As you can see, he's very attached to his trainer. And the first exercise that we're going to be demonstrating for you is heeling. The command is Jager heel, and at that point his job is to stay even with your left leg, not forging ahead, not paying attention to everything that's going on around him. And each time that you stop your feet, he's been taught to sit automatically and wait for his next command. This exercise makes walking your dog in public a pleasure because he should be focused on you, not all the distractions. And that's one of the things that you really want. If he's uneasy in public, then you have to take the lead. The next exercise that Fred's going to demonstrate for you is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. Now he anticipated. Stay. Fred said no, put him back into a sit, left him in a stay. Your long sit stay when you're practicing at home is for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes. Everywhere that you practice obedience is where you're going to get good behavior. So practice indoors as well as outdoors. When Fred returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him as an additional distraction, and he should remain seated until he gets another command. So Fred returns back to heel position, and then he tells him to heel. And remember, heeling is an obedience exercise, one of the most important ones. Nice automatic sit. Fred leaves him in another stay, and your stays are one-word commands. He knows who you're talking to. This time, instead of returning back to his dog, Fred's going to use his name and a happy voice, and he's going to call him in. He should come right in front and sit facing your knees. That eliminates jumping all over you and jumping all over other people. And I have to mention the eye contact that Fred has from the dog, how he's looking at Fred for instruction and pretty much ignoring me. I mean, he looks over every once in a while, but he looks to his trainer. That makes a secure, happy German Shepherd. When Fred's going to call him in again, if he doesn't pay attention, Fred will tell him no and tell him what to do. If he loses his focus, Fred heels him out of that. And we're going to set up for our down commands, and there are 2 of them, and these are very important as well. Because if you can put your dog into a down stay, you have, kind of I don't really like the sound of total control, but it's a really good exercise. This is a down from heel position with your dog at heel and seated. Use your left open palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word firm command to stay. Your long down stay, which you can practice right in your living room. It's going to get cold outside. You're not going to want to be outside practicing. Practice indoors. Now when Fred returns back to him, he'll walk all the way around him as he did on the sit stay for an additional distraction. Back to heel, and remember, each time you return to the dog's shoulders, he expects to get another command. So tell him what you want him to do. Fred leaves him in another down stay. And you can mix up your exercises so that he doesn't get, used to what you're going to say next. This time Fred will call him out of that. Comes right in front and sits. That's pretty. And then he goes back to heel position and back sitting. Very nice. Now the last exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is your down from a distance. And we're going to be there with you to coach you as you continue on with this training. Fred's going to leave him in a sit-stay. Walk out to the end of his training leash. This is the only time and somebody else is going to run through the commands without his trainer. So Fred told him no, got him up, walked him out of it. He has to do the commands as they were taught. So don't ease up on him or let him get sloppy. Fred's going to use his right hand to give the command and drop him into a down. Perfect. It's your down from a distance. Now we've demonstrated for you your heel, your automatic sit, your stay, your down from a distance, and your come. These are the exercises that we have to practice with Jager. When he goes home, he'll be able to continue and move forward into intermediate and advanced training. He's done a great job here at school. We've enjoyed him. And thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company. And have a happy holidays.